Okay, I'm gonna have a quick run through leg drive here for the bench press. You'll often, well, if you're in this gym, you'll often hear me talk about leg drive when we're bench pressing, particularly when we're going heavy. I think it's a crucial piece of the bench press that really helps us finish those higher percentages when we're going kind of 85, 90% plus. Now, a lot of times when I talk about leg drive, I think people think it's just pushing the feet down into the floor. There's a little bit more going on than that. So what I'm doing is here is when I'm setting up my bench press. Now the leg drive really takes place or is effective when we're pushing the bar off of our chest on the way back up as we change direction. Now for my setup, like a lot of things with a lot of the big lifts, is you really get all this dialed in before the barbell even moves or at the start of your repetition. It's hard to correct this and fix this when we're halfway through our rep. What I want to do initially, before the bar comes out of the J-hooks, is I want to walk my heels towards my bum to a point where I can still push my heels into the ground, okay? Out here I can push my heels into the floor, no problem, but I'm not going to get a lot of purchase against the floor, okay? I'm not going to be as strong using my legs out here. I want to bring my heels back towards my bum, again, to a point where I can still get those heels on the ground here, okay? As I do that and drive down, I'm kind of winding up through my hips here, so you can see my thighs are kind of engaged here right now, my glutes are engaged. Here they're not, okay? So I want to drive those heels down. So I have all these muscles now engaged, they're switched on. I want to get my hands on the bar and I'm going to walk my shoulders towards my bum to create that tension through my core. I'm in a strong position here. Now, where the leg drive really takes place is as I'm changing direction, once I'm pushing that bar off my chest. A lot of times what will happen is folks will just push their feet into the ground as they push up and they might lose control here. And what will happen is my hips will raise off the bench here. Again, if we're competing, that would be a no lift. But also if we're not competing, we still want to keep our repetitions looking clean. And again, minimizing the risk of hurting ourselves. If my hips jump up too high, I'm probably going to dump a lot of pressure on my lower back and I just don't want to do that. So instead of just pushing the feet down into the floor, what I'm thinking about doing is I am pushing my feet down, but it's almost like a leg extension. Like I'm trying to almost just drive my toes through the front of my runners essentially. Now, when I'm here, it's not that pressure just pushing up in the air. What I'm actually trying to do is, as that bar is coming off my chest, it's like I'm trying to push myself back this way along the bench. Now, obviously, when I really wind up my lats and my shoulders here and have a big weight in my hands, that's going to pretty much pin me down. It's going to stop my shoulders or my body or my torso moving this way. But the intention is kind of there. It's that moment we're keeping tension as I touch my chest and I start to change direction. It's that moment that I'm trying to get that leg extension almost. That's going to keep tension throughout the thighs, the hips, up into my torso here, into the arms, shoulders, and just driving up. It's like trying to drive or kick your toes through the front of your runners. So that takes a bit of practice. But again, that's something as we get those higher percentages, 90% and above, can make the difference between getting a lift and not getting the lift. And again, although we're not competing, I still would be, obviously encouraging pristine or excellent technique with the hips staying on the bench. It just stops us dumping too much of that pressure or that load into our lower back. So that's just something to work on next time, is that we're not just pushing the feet down into the ground, we're trying to get that, almost that leg extension through the floor.